Alright, boys and girls, so we know the 2.1 is coming soon, and we'll get a lot of new characters and new map, new features, a lot of new events, and the anniversary version is going to coming soon in 2.1. So right now, most of the people will be curious what should we do before 2.1 and the pre-update or pre-build for 2.1. Let's jump to it. So the very first thing in before 2.1 is you must try to use someone's resin in ley line overflow. So right now you're going to get a double ley line. Or is it in okay. So you're going to get a double rewards, which is very good, especially if you're facing hero with problem that you're not enough hero with right now. Alright, so what you're going to do is just touch this ley line and you're going to start your mission just like this. Someone shoot me easily. Okay, got the heart. Wait, where was this now? There's a... Okay, so you can get double bonus over here. Oh my god, I haven't done yet. Oh, give me a break. Okay, we're going to continue the content after I defeat all this. So this is the first thing that you should do before 2.1 is try to use some resins to do this overlay. And just limited, which only can do 3 per day. Just utilize it. And you need hero reach to get new characters from level 1 to level 90 as fast as possible. That's the first thing. Alright, second is if you are planning to get a ball as your new character, and if you are thinking what spear that you can use for ball right now. Of course, we know that we're going to get some new spear to catch and then the new 5-star weapon. This 2 spear, it might be the best weapon for ball so far right now, and I'm not so sure how to stats, but let's say if you get those weapons and which kind of weapon that is suits for bar. So the first thing is of course Stealth Homa, the king of the spear, is suitable for most of the pole arm users. Second, if you get Skyward Spine for a bar if you're facing energy recharge problem, because Skyward Spine gives a lot of energy recharge and that's quite cool. A Vortex, I don't think the Vortex is very good for a bar as it doesn't really help a lot. Unless you have shit. Yeah, I don't think it's really helped a lot. Deathmatch, I think it's not really good for bar, and most of the weapons just doesn't seem very good for bar. I have right now. I don't see any good weapons for bar. Yeah, Favorite Lance, I think so. If you don't have all this weapon, like Favorite Lance is the last choice, but don't use Favorite Lance if possible. So right now, I think only Stealth Homa and this weapon is the best, and maybe this character of this series, the King of Spear, is very good for bar, in my opinion. There's no current materials you can do for bar. Like really, there's none that you have unlocked, because we know the bar will come from a new area, so you might get a new area materials at Inazuma. So the pre-farm D is no use, just definitely no use. Unless you're going to get Sarah, then you can get your Dendro build right now. I guess some information says that Sarah might use this Dendro build, and currently there's no character using Dendro build. So Sarah might use this flower as the essential material. Another thing is right now you have to find a lot here, which you need to find like 400 something. I'm not sure how many which do we need from level 1 to level 90, and you calculate again, and I think this is not enough. The next thing is you have to prepare some of the things, especially the handguard. Handguard is very important in Inazuma characters. Most of the Inazuma characters need handguard. So make sure you found the Nomishi or those samurai as much as possible. And if you plan to get those new weapons, especially the 5-star weapons, then to get this also. This thing can upgrade your new weapons. So currently we still don't know about, we just decide this, maybe we use the new weekly boss, we know that it's signal will be the new weekly boss, as it's so obvious, and we also mind this thing if you facing the light of this crystal. But however, you can use this crystal to exchange to become electro crystal if you facing not enough electro crystal, and you got a tons of other elements. Talent boots. So talent boots, according to some information, we know that guide to light is only, I think this talent is the bound talents, and so far right now we haven't get any characters that got these talents. I guess so, because I don't think Sayo use this. I know that Ayaka use this one, and Yumiya use this, I guess so, but there's no character that uses it so far right now. So you can just pre-farm it first and just stock it up. Next, if you plan to get a 2.1 new character which is bought or Kokonomiya or anyone in new character 2.1, so save your Primo Gems right now. Just save for them. Oh, sorry. Just save for all of them so that you can get Primo Gems. And don't try to get Sayu in this manner, because you might lose your PT or you might lose a chance to get the new 5-star, as Sayu will be in of the next banner. That's confirmed. Most of new 4-star characters will join the next force. They will join the next banner as a normal banner. So you can still get Sayu over here and still get Sayu over here or even here. So don't worry about that. Alright, another thing is Electro Sigil. Electro Sigil is very important in Inazuma, as you need to upgrade your tree, your Sakura tree. So your Sakura tree is over here. You just teleport here and there you go. You will come here, and you'll find there's a big tree over here, right? And just leave the tree. Then you can see this tree. So right now I have level 20 of this Sakura's favor. I think level 20 is not good enough. So why is it important is because you need this. You need to upgrade your Electrogranum to higher level in order to go some higher barriers and make it like longer, so that it won't be dissipate very fast. Especially if you can unlock this. Level 6 you can unlock past some intermediate thunder barrier, and this is very important to pass it, so to get some electro killers and do some quests that might be inside over there. And there are a lot of things you can do it. And with this also, if you find electro content around, if you are using electro characters like Fisher or Bar or the Rider Shogun, then maybe your damage will be slightly higher if you can hold this electro granum. So electro sigil need a lot, like 25 per upgrade in order to get the characters well. And the one more thing is, you get a lot of sigil, right? You can just throw them inside and get a lot of Mora and this all to upgrade your weapons and some wishes and some free prototypes. And the crown, look the talent boot wishes, this nice wishes also, the 2 free wishes for the ball banner, 1 for the races. So the reward over here is very good, and you can still unlock a lot here. It's just like until level 50, I guess. Yeah. So make sure you collect all the sigil as fast as possible. Alright, the next thing is I had level 6 statue in Inazuma. And right now we cannot get any furthermore because there's a limited amount of electric killers in this map, current map. And we might unlock another new, some other electric killers in another map. So make sure you get it well. Make sure you get all of them right before you get a new map, as you do want to collect all of them. It's sudden and it's a bit of pressure to find all of them. So what you can get, so what it is very important is, firstly you can unlock the constellations for the Electro MC, and Electro MC is quite a very good support character, as it gives many of energy recharge and a little bit of damage boost. And the next thing is you can get Electro CG for 10 and some Primo Gems. So when I level 6, so for level 1 to level 6 I get around 300 something or like 400 something or Primo Gems free. So this is the fastest way to get the Primo Gems. The last thing is we also have another new event, which is Phantom Flow. Make sure you do it and try to do it every day, at least to unlock these rewards, especially Primo Gems and Hero Bits. I think Hero Bits is a bit hard. Make sure you get Primo Gem because we need gems to draw characters. Alright, if you plan to go for Bao, if you want Bao so much, you want the Rider Shogun. So right now we know the Rider Shogun is the best artifact set, it's probably Emblem. So you can just farm it and try to get your set very well. So right now I have farm already, and I'm going to use this set for my Rider Shogun. So make sure you farm it well. Next, I think it's Project Logic. If you have Project Logic right now, you can just save it first, because I think that if you save it, then you can use all of them to like keep on killing the boss. We know that Baal the accessory material, you need require a new boss. You want to be doing the bosses, so we can pre-farm it. So you can just set your future resin and use all of them to farm the new boss in order to get the new material to ascend your power tool. Alright, so I think that's all for this thing, and make sure you try to do all of these things before 2.1 came. I hope you can get your favorite character in 2.1 and enjoy most of the content, especially the Argon quest is going to finish at 2.1 also. Alright, see you in the next video. See you in the next video. Goodbye.